Okay, so we got new Lorna Shore to check out, but before I actually get into the song, I actually wanted to explain why I'm a few days late on this. So, I've been for the last little bit, just about a week, probably by the time you're seeing this, it will be a week, but yeah, I have been going back and forth in my mind, thinking whether or not I should do a full album reaction or not, if it's really worth it. But right now, I don't know if you've been seeing, YouTube has been having a lot of issues in terms of views and whether or not you have restricted mode turned on. That can affect things on whether you see videos and not whatnot. You can go look up all the problems that YouTube's been having, especially since the beginning of August. And because views are exponentially low on my channel right now, I don't feel it's worth doing a full album reaction at this time and point. So I think I'm just going to give you guys a reaction to Glenwood because I feel like I owe you guys at least that much to do a reaction to Glenwood. And that's what I'm doing here today. I know I'm late. I apologize for that. I was going to do this right off the bat when it came out, but I figured I might as well save it for an album reaction. But then I've been, like I said, been going back and forth whether or not I was actually going to do an album reaction or not. And right now I just can't justify the effort, putting in the effort of editing and everything like that, all for it to like flop on YouTube right now because of the way things are. So at the time being, like I said, because still Patreon is still very, very new for me and everything, I think I'm going to skip out on album reactions for now still, until maybe I reach a certain point where people actually start joining the Patreon and stuff like that. I just don't feel like wasting a lot of effort and whatnot into it. But yeah, I'm going to shut up. We're going to get into this because I've been hearing some things about this track and I kind of really want to check it out. And that's what I'm doing here today. So with all that being said, let's get into this. This is Lorna Shore with Glenwood. Let's get it. Almost a 10-minute long video too, so gotta buckle in for this one. I don't know if the song's that long, but that's already giving me chills. Jeez. Digging this fade in.
Can we go back?
Ooh. Ooh, okay.
Can we go back?
I feel like this is going to be a really heavy emotional one.
Can we go back? To how it used to be? Can we go back?
Feel the immense heaviness, emotional aspect of this all. Yeah, there's certain aspects to this video I can relate to. And that hurts me in the heart too. I feel the pain that Will is expressing in this song. I feel it. Like I'm legitimately starting to tear up.
Are we too far gone from where we began? All the time we lost, the years we spent running away, we hide. Like yes, we could say our pride got in the way. We've been lost in the wrong moment.
Okay. Solo adding that. Oh, what an interesting twist. Looking at the symphonics. Ooh. I have literal tears coming out of me right now. The emotion in this is just so surreal. Yeah, from what I did read and see, that is his actual dad. So that's very, very cool that they implemented that. Will Ramos was estranged from his father for 10 years, despite only living 20 minutes away. They didn't speak once until after the completing the Pain Remains tour in 2023. Wow.
This song was more about like just feeling like real and just being human, and I think there's a part of everybody when they like go through hard things and it's just easier to just turn away and just pretend that it's not happening, and you're like, okay, well, I don't like that, so fuck that, I'm not going to deal with it anymore. And I think a part of me was that I wanted to come back here and make sure that no matter what, I didn't have regrets at any point in my life. I'm not like, shit, you know, I wish that I could have gotten closer to you again.
Yeah.
Because in a way, I think we're very similar. And I think that's why we fought a lot also growing up, is because we're very similar. Because I'm very stubborn.
Well,
And I know for a fact.
You may be forgot, but I was here. I raised you.
Yeah. And you were stubborn as hell.
Never.
Oh, really? That's crazy. Yeah.
That's
Spoken
not
like a
possible.
true stubborn person. Yeah.
Never
So you're
happened.
stubborn.
It's just that I was right. I was your dad.
Okay.
That's the problem.
All
okay?
right. And you know what, Dad? You kind of old now. So I'm over here and I'm
Who's
like,
old?
yeah. I'm like,
You crazy?
in my mind, I'm like, holy shit, we need to make it right, because if I don't, I'm gonna regret this for the rest of my life. So I came back and I knocked on that door, and
here we are.
And here we are. Austin, he called me like the moment I left here.
Yeah.
And I just cried on the phone. I was just like, I just spoke to my dad, man. Like, I'm crying right now. I'm like, I just called my dad. I haven't spoken to my dad in so long.
Big baby, just like when you were a kid. It's okay though. There's nothing to worry about.
Oh,
It's okay.
it was one of the most important moments of my life, I think. Thank you for being a part of this video.
Absolutely.
I love you.
Family's
I
all
love
about
you, Spike
forgiveness, and that's one thing. That's one lesson we gotta take in.
We did it.
Easy
Okay,
peasy
good.
lemon squeezy, Dad. I knew we could do it.
Okay, we did it.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Ugh. Well, I know I don't get emotional like ever on this channel, but that was very, very, very somber and very emotional as a whole. You know, you think deathcore and you think very heavy and dark material, you know, like typical deathcore can, you know, always be this enigma of just being stereotyped as this darker, you know, more violent type of core styled music that a lot of people, like I said, like stereotype too, right? This is the difference between becoming a standard deathcore band and being something very, very different. There is an immense, like, ever since Will Ramos joined the band, he's brought in so many emotional aspects into Lorna Shore that, you know, there's been so many songs that you can connect to, even as a deathcore song, right? And I absolutely loved that he brought that in. That was a real piece of him, and we got to see a real piece of what Will went through as a child. And of course, there are bits and pieces that everyone, I feel like, can relate to here, because families are not perfect. You know, no family ever is. And if it is, there's always something being hidden. You know, no one is ever perfect. No one is ever flawless, right? And the fact that it took him 10 years to forgive his dad and go back to his dad and everything after, you know, all the bullshit that he went through as a child and young teen and all that, you know, you definitely feel that heaviness in your heart. You know, they're really pulling at your heartstrings with this, and that is one of the massive reasons why I still have tears welling up in my fucking eyes, because this song just fucking destroyed me. You know, I'm not going to dive into family drama here on YouTube because I feel like this isn't the time or place to do so. I mean, I feel like that's what therapy is technically for, you know, but, you know, my family has had issues, you know, and I can definitely, you know, experience and relate with Will here on some aspects. Now, granted, a lot of the things that Will went through as a child, I did not. You know, I see even like a lot of the signs of him turning to drugs and stuff like that in the video. in which I did not. I took everything that, all the bullshit from family drama and everything. I took that as a kid, and I basically made myself smarter mentally not to go down that route. And to this day, I don't do drugs. I very rarely drink on occasion. I am not one for any kind of that lifestyle, and this is why it was hard fighting depression. I am now on antidepressants because of the fact that that is the only vice I have. I don't want to turn to recreational drugs or alcohol or anything like that to get me by. And I just want to be happy again and stop reliving childhood trauma and past traumas, whether it's even recent or anything like that. I just want to be happy, and that's why I have decided the route of antidepressants, right? Granted, it's not for everyone. I was at first against it too, but honestly, if you've been dealing with family trauma and you don't know how to deal with it, speaking from experience, seek therapy and get real advice. You always can tell when you have that proper therapist that is explaining to you the benefits without being pushy, pushing that big pharma bullshit on yourself, right? Where that's where I had the benefit of, because I was totally afraid of the whole big pharma bullshit as well going into this. But the therapist that I had legitimately explained everything and the benefits and the consequences of not doing this, right? And the benefits definitely outweighed the consequences, and I don't regret my choices at all. Now, in terms of family, I am close, very, very close with my mother, and I am very close with my dad still. So I am thankful for that. There wasn't too much drama in regards to my mother and my father, but there was past trauma between my mother and, other stepfather figures in the household growing up, which I said I'm not going to dive into details about, because I'm pretty sure my mom also would love to keep that more on the hush hush side, because I don't want to make her more traumatized as well. So out of respect, I'm going to keep that on the low, but I can definitely relate with this, and I definitely get where Will is coming from. Like I said at the end here, during the video, family is all about forgiveness, and you have to forgive the bullshit that we go through as a child, because not everyone is perfect. And as time goes on, like it took Will 10 years to reunite, and if it takes 10, 15, 20, 30 years to reunite, so be it. Just as long as you don't miss the chance on doing it, because then you will end up regretting it, right? So the sooner you make up, the better, but it is all case dependent, right? So honestly, I applaud Will Ramos and Lorna Shore as a band for doing this and allowing Will, and himself being so vulnerable and open like this. I've never experienced deathcore to make me cry like this. And I don't see myself going back to this song a lot, because it's going to bring back a lot of memories and everything, but I am going to give it a re-listen when I do listen to the album in full, whenever that may be. But yeah, I have to end this because I need to get into a better mood now. So yeah, definitely let me know what you all thought down below in the comment section. Like I said, if anyone's got past experiences or anything like that are similar to that, please, I beg of you, seek help, whatever may help your mental health. Instead of turning to drugs or anything harmful, please seek help. It'll do a great immense of goodness to you. So I definitely implore that. But yeah, with all that being said, ending on kind of a somber note here. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to end the reaction here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit that like button if you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media. They'll be listed down below in the description. But yeah, that's about it. I've been Shinebox. Keep shining, everyone. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.